Because here's the thing, friends, we all want to run forward, but it feels like we have this rope on our back of us that tends to pull us back. And it tells us, look, hey, you can't get there. You're not good enough. You never will qualify. And so we walk around with shoulders that are stooped, and we find this condemnation coming through us and saying, you know what? You're not good enough. And even if you try and you try hard and you try hard and you try harder, who knows what happens when you try harder? But you see, God doesn't want us. We're not called to be about performance. We're not human doings. We're human beings. He says, listen here, you're not a doing, you're a being. It's not about performance. It's the position you have in me. My friend, you are not a slave. You're a son. No sea of death is going to touch me. No sting of death is going to touch me because my Savior has our hands on us. And I think for a lot of us, the call is to move forward, but we're going, how are we going to sustain the pace? We've got so much going on in our lives. It seems like we're staring at all these other things, and God's saying, no. Clothe yourself with my righteousness. I've done it for you. Put the blazer on and walk out with confidence in your heart, because what God has done in you, no one else can ever do. Forward, the gospel will be proclaimed. Forward through the first century. Forward through great persecution. Forward into the dark ages. Forward into the reformers like Charles Wesley and Spurgeon and the great men that the reformers of the day. They preached the gospel. Forward, the church would advance. Forward into today, where we find ourselves here on a hill saying, God, you've done the amazing thing.